Alright, welcome back to the Admiral's channel, guys. Sorry I haven't posted in a bit. You know what? I'm going to take y'all on a quick tour of what I've got done so far. As you can see, we have a mostly assembled motor. This video is going to be about torquing a cylinder head on this because I just want to show you how insane it is. I already did this head. That's why I'm sweating. Here's the torque spec. Okay, it's between 28 and 31. I went ahead and did 29.5 foot-pounds on each bolt, and then you go back around and you do 90 degrees on each bolt, and then you loosen it one full turn. Okay, and then you do another 30 foot-pounds, 90, and then another 90. And that's how you tighten it on the 2-valve. The 4-valve, you get to skip the loosen step, apparently. But anyways, I'll just show you guys. This is where we're at. Sorry for the focus. This is where we're at on the Mustang. Got the K-member bolted up. It's a UPR. Control arms, also from UPR. Strange struts with the strange coilover kit. I've got some nice EBC brake pads I need to put on. These are EBC rotors I've had forever. I got a nice brand new rack from Car Geek, I think. I want to say. I did not change the sway bar. I did not change the sway bar links. Got strange caster camber plates. Strange single adjustables in the rear. These are the iron case all around single adjustables. I'm going to not change out my quad shocks right now because the next upgrade, I've decided I'm going together all motor right now. My next upgrade is going to be changing all the control arms out and reinforcing the, so I'm not going to worry about it right now because with the stock control arms you kind of need them, but I'm not going to be launching super hard anyways. I should be able to stick on the tires I'm going to use. But yeah, so just a little update on the shop. We got this guy in here. He's getting an FE that's in the other room. Of course, we got the Mustang. We got that blue Mustang on air ride waiting on some parts. It's had some leaks from some old fittings. It's an old build. Sorry, this place is a mess. It's worked in. Got some oil filled shit we're building right here. Sorry, oil filled stuff. I didn't say the S word. Totally. My dad's dragster. We took it out, ran it. It blew oil everywhere. So we drained the oil and found about 3 extra quarts in it. We think that was our former hand's fault, but we're not sure. I'm not going to name him. But anyways, and then we got this guy getting the back half. And it's been in here for a little bit because we've been on and off on it because every time we've cut into it, just more and more rust. And you can see we cut a whole bunch of stuff up here that we probably didn't need to bother cutting. Or we wouldn't have if it was still in one piece. There's a lot of rust on it, but it's all fixed now for the most part. Everything that matters is fixed and we're getting it going. So yeah, and then we had to get some headers. We did some ride tech stuff. On the F bodies, this is a 72 Nova. On the F body Chevys, supposedly, if you get the ride tech front end kit with the steering system and everything, regular long tube headers don't work. So we had to buy another set that are at the powder coating place right now. And then we ended up having to modify those to clear it. If you want long tube headers. They'll fit with shorty headers just fine, but long tubes are iffy. Speaking of headers, I am planning on ordering some JBA mid-lengths sometime soon. Besides that, and the mid-pipe to go with it, I'm going to end up going back with the same side exits I had on this car when it came apart, instead of building a whole custom exhaust right now, which will probably be loud, and I'm probably going to have to add a bullet muffler or something, but oh well. I am going to cut the JBA mid-pipe up to add cats because I want to be it's not going to be emissions legal, but it's going to be emissions legal, you know what I mean? It's going to be Texas legal. But I just don't want the smell, honestly. And but it will have EPA rated catalytic converters. I keep forgetting the camera's over here. I'm recording on my phone. So, into that, we've got some stuff in there. We've got my intake, which I never did the painting video on. I'll show you all that real quick. This was the old air filter on. I just kind of got I'm gonna replace it with the dry flow AEM. I'll show you all real quick. So there's a lot of stuff in here. So anyway, got my Bosch 80-pound injectors off eBay. Here's some good ones. I checked them. Got this all painted. I just need to get cleaned up, clean all this up, all that. You know, all the little stuff that you got to do. Still got to paint my timing cover and all that. All sorts of stuff. But anyways, we're 5 minutes in now. 5-minute intro. Let's get into the meat of what today is supposed to be about. Today's video, which is torquing a passenger side cylinder head on a 4.6 2valve. Don't fall. Don't try to follow me. Oh, I got my cams in and everything. That was a fun deal. I ordered some GT style lash adjusters and followers from TrickFlow, and those GT style lash adjusters, they're Ford GT style, not like Mustang GT. Anyone who does this stuff, you'll know it. And they came in and they were kind of locked up, presumably because they've been sitting on the shelf for years. They weren't like locked up, but they did not want to compress under normal pressure. So what I had to do to get proper lash readings on this, I had to soak it in oil overnight. By the way, I am, for the break-in on this motor, planning on using this stuff, unless I get a really good recommendation otherwise. Or really, like, no, don't use that kind of deal. But I'm probably going to use it, because that's what they broke them in at the factory with. And being tall is not conducive to video making. Anyways, then I had to take all the lash adjusters over to my soft grip vise over there, which just has some aluminum angles on it. It's a regular vise with aluminum angles. And squeeze every single one of the lifters all the way down till it stopped. And then I'll show you all real quick. You can, if I can find a loose one, there's a loose one. You can just push them up and down by hand. And what I was checking for, right there between that roller and the cam, you can kind of see it. You're supposed to have more than 18 thousandths of clearance, but less than 33 thousandths. I ended up with about 24 to 26, depending on the valve, which I'm fine with. I think you'd want to go tighter if you wanted to go to a higher RPM than what I'm going to, but I'm only going to like 7,200 on the rev limiter. So, is that a good spot? That looks like a good spot. All right. Time to get this over with. It's not fun. I got me some TrickFlow head bolts, if you're wondering. Just regular TrickFlow. I think they're torque needle, I'm not sure though. But I'm just following the factory torque recommendation. No? Torque wrench. Set at, I don't know if y'all can see that real well, but it's set at 29 foot-pounds. It's a real old snap-on, as you probably can't see because of the glare from the lights. And we're gonna get cracking. For anyone who doesn't know, that little cracking sound, this is a click-type torque wrench. That means that you have hit your torque spec. Good. Good. So, down in the comments, well, Let's set a like goal. I want 20 likes on this video. Big goals. Actually, I'll turn this back so y'all can see me better. Press a wrench. I press a wrench and tighten this down so it doesn't roll away on me. There we go. There we go. Now it's good. This, that, that goes over here, that, that's where it was. One really cool thing about this motor, you can get the heads all together, and you can get the short block all together, and then you can mate them. It's not like a lot of the import stuff where you have to put the head on, then put all the valve train together. Makes it a little easier to test PTV. That's the last one on that. I do not have a torque angle gauge. If you are building a performance motor, you should use one. I just don't have access to one, so I'm just going to rough it because I have a pretty good sense of it. But I'm also never going to push this thing to the absolute limit without expecting to blow up. This thing's going to be a daily motor for a bit. Also, you might notice for my breaker bar, I am using my fan clutch holding tool, no, not fan clutch, my serpentine belt removal tool that I have. Okay, there's 90. There's 90. 90. 90. Doing this in a circular, roughly circular pattern. Really, it's more just inside outside, like any cylinder head. And if you're wondering, I'm using Cometic head gaskets. I will pull the package out in a second so y'all can see the part number if you want. Now for the fun part. I'll go this. You loosen it one full turn. Try to take your own head off. You know, that's required in the instructions. I'm sure I have a great effort face. Yeah, I've been working all day. It's actually almost 7 o'clock right now, if you're wondering, in West Texas, as I'm recording this video. I've been out here 12 hours. That's why I'm a little ragged. Fudge. I also can't find my locking extensions, so that's fine. Things happen. I'll find them. One more. I get to tighten them back up again. All right, go. All of them are loose. Now I get a trusty old torque wrench out, torque it back to the same 29 foot-pounds. 29 and a half, actually. There we go. 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 I just wanted y'all to see how much of a pain in the butt this is before you go complaining next time you're throwing your LS together. Of course, I think y'all have to do more head bolts, so I don't know. We only have 4 per cylinder. Off that one. Oh. Okay. Time to grab the breaker bar again. Or belt holder, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Now for the fun part. Pan off. This. I hope y'all are enjoying my noises. I hope y'all can hear me. It'd suck if y'all can't hear me. So I don't have my earbuds in right now. That's how I normally do these videos. Okay. Grip is coming apart on this. Now for the last 90. Jesus Christ. This is really fun. You can't tell. No sarcasm at all. And no, that is not the sound of anything breaking. That is just the sound of metal, of steel sliding against aluminum. It's the sound head bolts make all the time. Don't believe me? Go watch I Do Cars. He's a cool guy. I don't mind shouting about him. I'll link him in the description if you want to see him. Okay. Almost done. Just 4 more to go. I'm using a 3/8 drive for this because I can't find a half drive, whatever this is. What is this? 15 millimeter around here. I'm sure one exists. I don't think we have one. And it doesn't have a whole lot of metric stuff. He's a old school Chevy guy. Last one. Yeah, we'll do this different. We'll do this one different just because. And there you go. How you torque a cylinder head on a 4.6 2-valve. You can't see my face because I'm too tall. There we go. Now, if you're wondering what's gone into this motor, I did not post the videos, but I ported the heads. Y'all may be able to see. I'm just going to turn the camera around. Sorry for that. Ported them all. Real nice. Intake and exhaust. I'm not going to bother turning the motor up right now. Okay. There we go. Nice and smooth. That was all there when I got the motor, so I was kind of polished around it. I'm not worried about it. Okay, we've got a milling oil pump. I'm using the Crown-Vic cam gears that came with this motor right now, because I'm not going to be turning stupid RPM. Then we got right here our Cometic gasket set. This is your right hand side. There's a different part number for the left hand side. I'm using pretty thick ones, as you can see. If it'll focus, there we go. Multi-layered steel. I'm using Comp XE278 camshaft. I'm gonna get that right here. There's your part number. Oh no, these are XE274H, sorry. I thought I had 278 AHs. I have 274 Hs, which I may change out later for 278 Hs, because these are non-PI cams, which have better valve to piston clearance, supposedly. And the AH is a PI cam that has more lift. They typically make more power all the way through the band, but I didn't know that when I ordered these cams, and now I do. So if I ever swap my cams out, I'm going to either 278 AHs if I want more RPM, or 270 AHs if I just want more power. But yeah, and I'm going to be using the sensors. I'm going to be using cam and crank are going to be out of the Vic. Most of the other sensors are going to be out of the Vic, except for some of my intake manifold sensors are going to be from this old motor in the corner of despair. This is my old Mustang motor. As you can see, the OCIs weren't necessarily done right. I'm not sure if that's from me or a previous owner. It doesn't really make a difference. The motor's blown. It's not rod hanging out the block, but it's blown. And let's see. Oh, I've got the diamond pistons, of course. You know, gotta have diamonds. I'm using a Cloy's timing chain kit. That's a Cloy's timing chain kit. Diamond pistons. I got my fancy painted valve covers here. This is the crank trigger gear I'm using, because that's what goes with it. The startup plugs are going to be NGK TR55s I have over here. Those guys got off O'Reilly. And then when I go nitrous, I'm going to go switch to the TR6s because they're better. I'm using King Racing. These are the rod bearings, and I also used King main bearings. I don't know where the box of those is. I'm using some MMR rods that I got off of eBay in a shoebox. They are the Manly forged rods that are made for MMR. So nothing too crazy. They should hold up as much as this block will. Trying to think of what else. Oh, the Trick Flow Ford GT style lifters and followers. I'm using Trick Flow springs, I believe. Or I might be using Comp springs, I'm not sure. I think I'm using the Comp retainers, the titanium retainers. And then I had to order Trick Flow cam bolts because the Vic cam bolts were the 10 millimeter and I needed the 12 millimeter, I think. Yeah, 10 millimeter, I needed 12. Yeah, that's what it was. And then, of course, the Trick Flow intake. I gotta make sure that head sensor is screwed in right. That'll all get done. But yeah. And I had the valve job on this done at a local machine shop called Meacham's Engine Services. Known him for a long time. He always does good work. The transmission that's going to be backing it up is the same one that came out of the car. I got it built a while back at Permian Transmission here in Midland, Texas. Great guys. If you're in the neighborhood and you have a transmission blow on you, you should check them out. They're pretty quick. If you don't want to just order one out of the box, which they'll do that too. Yeah, all sorts of stuff. Anyways, I'm gonna get going. That is a good, 25-minute video almost? Let's see if I can drag it out. Nah, I'm joking. Anyways, I'm going to let y'all get back to whatever the hell you were doing. This has been the Admiral. I'll see you next video. Make sure you hit like and subscribe and I'll do all that stuff. And if you made it to the end of the video, put potato in the comments. Because potato. Peace.